Welcome to Great Northwest Comics. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be talking about Spawn and a recent sacrifice I had to make to acquire a major Spawn Grail. I'm very excited to show you what I've got, and especially with Halloween around the corner, I wanted to start off with the Spawn issue number 88, which has a really cool Halloween themed cover. And I picked this up a while ago, and it looks great. I always pull it out at Halloween time. The stack here is recent additions I've had to my Spawn collection. I ended up picking up this newsstand edition of issue number 8 from the Mint Hunter Comics. This one is newsstand, first appearance of Vindicator, Origin of Hell, and Different Levels Explained, written by Alan Moore, and has a pinup by Frank Miller, and is, of course, a Spider-Man homage. So very cool. Glad he put all the details on the back of the backer board so I can read it. It's a very nice pickup. These are really near mint. They're really great. This one's issue 23. So I've needed. I already have a run going. So when I grabbed these newsstands, I was trying to get ones that I didn't already have. So I did not have this issue previously. So that adds to my run. Issue is this 26. Yes, 26. Another newsstand. Very nice. Very minty. Very happy with my pickup there. I was actually trying to get, during its claim sale, the newsstand edition Spawns plus an old TV special of The Flash from the 90s. But I couldn't get it. Somebody claimed it before I could, so that was a bummer. But I still got those great Spawn books. This is a recent pickup I just got this weekend. Gunslinger number, was it 25? Cool cover. Spawn 346. And another cover of 346. And this really cool green highlighted black and white variant cover. And I was able to pick these up a week or so ago at another comic book store. So I think it's kind of along the same theme as the other one there. It's all black with some nice little green highlights there. That's the Squirts issue. And this one is King Spawn. So I don't know if the intention was to have a 3-issue set, but I'm very happy to get those. And whoa, lo and behold, it's Spawn number 1. The reason why I pulled this one out is because I was thinking about getting a CGC 9.8 graded book off of eBay, and I heard somebody doing a video and they talked about how 1.7 million of these issues were printed. So it's not a rare book. So I think that the prices that are being offered for a 9.8 are a little high. They want like anywhere from $150 to over $200. And I'm thinking this one might be a contender to be sent to CGC. So I'm going to send it in to get it pressed. And when I get it back, I'll do an evaluation on it to see if it can hit that 9.8 grade. Because anything less than a 9.8 with the volume of books that were printed just doesn't it wouldn't really hold its value. So I'd rather keep it as a raw book than have something less than a 9.8. But anyways, just thought I'd throw that one in there. So like I was saying, since it's around Halloween time, I wanted to show you this really cool Spawn story arc. I picked these books up not that long ago. And this one is this is issue 276. It's the first issue in the dark horror story arc. And what's really cool about this, it's Spawn's, it's not his daughter, it's his friend's daughter, and Wanda's daughter is sent to Japan where they feel she'll be safe from everything that's been going on. And it turns into this total horror issue for her. And so it's kind of like Spawn meets Grudge meets the Yakuza. So it's very cool. I'd highly recommend reading this, either picking up these copies, or maybe a digital format, or maybe a trade paperback if they offer those. So this is 276, 277, very cool covers. 278. And what's cool here is that I think they changed artists for this run. And it's just the Jason Alexander one. Yeah, Jason Sean Alexander. And it's a really nice change of pace to have a new artist come in that's just a phenomenal artist. You can see like the realism in the photo here of Wanda's daughter, Cyan. I keep calling her Cayenne, like the spice, but I think it's Cyan. Was this 280? Yeah, 280. And then 281. And this also introduces some new characters to the Spawn universe, and because one of the characters shows up later on in I think issue 300, and this is a really cool cover here. So if you have the chance to read it, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think about it. I really enjoyed it. I read it with these physical copies and digital, because I can only get like 10 copies to read per month from my local library through the digital format. So I ran out of issues to read, so I ended up pulling out the physical copies and reading them. So what I'm going to be showing you now is some recent acquisitions here. And so there's a story behind this, and the story is that I recently featured a CGC 9.8 X-Force 23 with a homage cover to Underworld. And originally I got it from Dave from West Coast Avengers. And I planned on getting it graded and selling it, but then I loved it so much, I was like, oh, I should probably hold on to it because it's so cool. But then I did like a self-evaluation of like what am I collecting, how am I going to grow my collection, and how am I going to pick up some significant books from Spawn. And I realized that there's a golden opportunity to sell that book and apply that money towards some Spawn grails. And I offered it on my channel for $500, but I didn't get any messages from Instagram or in the comments or anything about it. And at the time, there was an existing eBay sale for $475, so I thought $500 was a fair market value for it. So I ended up posting it on eBay for $600 because somebody had already posted a copy for $600, and that's the one that actually sold for $475. And lo and behold, someone bought it for $600. I could not believe it. And after all the eBay fees, it was about, I think I got $530 roughly from the sale. And profit wise, if you subtract out the $160 that I probably had in that book, because the book cost like $110, pressing, shipping, grading, I've pretty much calculated out roughly $160. So I still made like about $400 off of the book, or roughly $380 I think it was. And so I turned that money into more Spawn books. And so you'll see here, this is issue number 259. So my run is trying to go down to 250, and then I'll see if I can get down even further, closer to 200. So I picked this one because it's part of a 4-book story arc. So if I can't find like a number in the consecutive order that I'm trying to get, then I will go ahead and pick up story arcs until I can fill in the gaps. So this is 259 of the, what's this one called? Satan Saga Wars. And this is 260, the second part. Very cool cover. And so I need 261, but I did get 262. And I got these all from a local comic book store. And what was cool is that I felt they were a little overpriced. So when I was talking to him about it, I said, hey, can you do a little better on these for me? And so he went back, I think he checked eBay or something like that, and he ended up coming back $20 less for all 3 books. So I was very happy about that, to save a little money. I think it helped too that I could go in there fairly regularly, so I think they know me. So I'm not just a random stranger showing up asking for special favors and such. And then let's see, this is 267. So this is part of the run that I'm working on. So I was able to pick these up as well locally. So 260. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got these ones from eBay. So 267. 260. It should be 268. I can't see in the monitor the numbers very well. Very cool cover though. Okay. 269. Very cool cover. for some reason the guy had this one priced really high compared to the other books, and so he sent me an offer on eBay, and I countered, and he actually did lower the price on this one, so it's more in line with the other ones. I think I'm averaging about $30 per book on these. This one he had it priced at like 55, which I thought was too high, so I was able to get him down to closer to 40, I think, on this one. So it's $269, and this one's an amazing book. This is issue 270. This features the first appearance of, what's his name, Soul Crusher, something like that. I'll put the name down in case I got it wrong. I did read this, but the names are always kind of weird with Spawn villains and stuff. And very cool book. This one definitely needs a press. It's got a little line, like a slight bend over here, and I think there's an issue over here as well, but there's no spine ticks. So this could definitely be graded and come back a high grade. So if I decide to grade this, I'll definitely get it pressed first before I send it in. That's one thing with Spawn books. I'm not sure if I want to get them graded, but I think on the key books, I should. So I probably will send this one in for grading. And this is Spawn 271. And very happy to continue my run. So this bridges the gap up to the other books that I was showing. And so the next book is The Major Grail I was able to pick up. And the story behind that is I went to the ATM machine, got $400 out in cash, and went over to my local comic book store, who happened to pick up a Spawn collection not that long ago and had shown this Grail on their Facebook page and was also on their wall behind the register. And I'd looked at it before, and I just felt at the time it's like, oh, that's out of my price range, and that's where I just got the idea that, you know, I really need to sacrifice something out of my collection to help pay for my collecting goal. And so by selling that X-Force 23, even though it was a very cool book, I think it was well worth it when you see which book I got. Spawn issue 174, the official first appearance of Gunslinger. He has a cameo appearance in 119. He's on the last page with like Spawn's legion of characters. I don't know I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but he is prominently featured there. But you can see this is actually his first appearance, and the cover's done by Greg Capullo. And I did read this digitally originally, and the artwork again is distinct from some of the other issues, and I really enjoyed it. It's actually a two-part story, so I need to get issue 175, which features a striking yellow cover with the gunslinger on it, with he's got like both barrels pointed at you and stuff. It's very cool. I am going to a comic book convention in another 2 weeks, and so I'm hoping to pick up a raw copy so I could pair with this, and then if they're similar grades, what I would consider similar grades, I will send these in to get graded, since there's such a major key. So I did. So the cool thing too about picking this up was that when I was talking to him, I asked, he had it at 475, and I was like, I think it's a little high. And what was kind of funny is on the back, you can't see it here because I think I covered it up. This is double boarded, but he had like $400 written on there, and he had it graded as a 9.6. And so when I was looking at it, I knew I could probably get it for $400, which is why I showed up with $400 in cash. And then I said, so I offered the $400, and I said, if I did it as cash, would you waive the sales tax? And he said, yeah, no problem. And he was kind of like the hush, like, oh, no, yeah, sure. But don't tell the feds, kind of thing. So I thought that was funny. And so, yeah, I was able to get it for $400. And no sales tax, no shipping. And if it does, I'm sure it's going to be a 9496. I know we always say that, but I really looked hard at it. And with the pressing, it can fix one little issue on the back, just like a bend. And otherwise, there's only like one or two tiny, like 1 millimeter spine ticks, and that's it. So I don't see any reason why it won't come back as a high grade. So very happy with that. They added in my collection. And then for fun, I ended up picking up this Wizard magazine, which features Spawn on the cover. Has a Spawn poster inside, McFarlane interview, price guide, Silver Age to present. It's the Wizard number 11, and it comes with a Spawn card at the very bottom right there. And so I got this from Sticky Goose on eBay. Or not eBay, sorry. He's on YouTube. And so I messaged him and saying, hey, what a cool magazine that is. Would you be interested in selling it? And I think he had 3 copies of it. And he gave me a great price. It was like $15 shipped. 15 shipped. So I'm like, cool, I'll get it. And I'll just keep it in the poly bag. I think it's a really cool book. And it's comic book size too, which I like. So it can easily go into a comic book box and don't have to, like, I have a magazine box in the garage. So a lot of this, all my magazines, my Eerie, my Vampirella, some other specials that I got are all stuck in the garage. So I never really look at them because they're kind of like behind something and it's hard to get out. Anyways, so very happy to pick that up and add it to the collection. I'll pull this guy back up here. So again, very happy. First appearance of Gunslinger. Love how he's standing in looks like a cemetery, an old Western cemetery. So it's perfect for the Halloween season. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Me and Spawn here enjoyed making it for you. And I hope you have a fantastic Halloween.